U.S. Defense Secretary S. Carter said on Saturday that China's silent building in the South China Sea would undermine security in Asia-Pacific, showing a catering response from the foreign ministry in Beijing. Carter, speaking to top defense officials from the Asia-Pacific at the annual Shangri-La Dialogue in Singapore, acknowledged that several countries have created outspots in the recently built islands, but he said the scope of China's strategy created uncertainty about its future plans. China has reclaimed over 2,000 acres, more than all other claimants combined, and China did so in only the last 18 years. Carter told the Shangri-La Dialogue Security Forum, "It is unclear how much farther China will go." He said the United States was deeply concerned about the scale of China's land reclamation and the rapid further militarization of the islands, saying it could boot risk of miscalculation or conflict. A Chinese delegate at the forum initially gave a measured response, in which he said Carter's comments were not as hostile as those made at the Shangri-La Dialogue in previous years. But the foreign military reacted strongly. The United States disregards history, legal principles, and the facts. Spokeswoman Ho Chunyin said China's sovereignty and relevant rights were established a long time ago in the South China Sea. China-Iceland building is legal, reasonable, conform to the situation, and neither impacts nor targets any country. Despite the rhetoric, Carter said there was no military solution to the South China Sea disputes. Right now is a time for renewed diplomacy, focused on finding a lasting solution that protects the rights and interests of all, he said. Admiral Sun Che-Ku, the head of Beijing's delegation, addressed the conference on Sunday. China took a measured tone after bilateral meetings with Japan and Vietnam on Friday. Two of the states is embroiled within maritime sovereignty disputes. China, Malaysia, Taiwan, Brunei, Vietnam, and the Philippines have overlapping claims in the resource-rich South China Sea. Japan and China both claim islands that lie between them in the East China Sea. But earlier this week, Beijing was assertive about the disputes. In a policy document issued by the State Council, the country's cabinet, China vowed in its open seas protection, switching from air defense to both offense and defense, and criticized neighbors who took captive actions on its reefs and islands. Carter remarks in Singapore came a day after the Pentagon confirmed reports that China had put mobile artillery at one of its reclaimed islands in the South China Sea. The U.S. defense chief insisted U.S. forces would continue to fly, sail, and operate in the region to ensure the freedom of navigation and of flight permitted by law. America, alongside its allies and partners, will not be deterred from exercising these rights, Carter said. Turning an underwater rock into an airfield simply does not afford the rights of sovereignty or permit reticence on international air or maritime transit. Japanese Prime Minister said China and other parties in the dispute had to be held responsibly. If we leave any unlawful situation unattended, order will soon turn to disorder, and peace and stability will collapse, Jen Nakatani told the forum. I hope and expect all the countries, including China, to be held as responsible power, he said. Malaysia Defense Minister Isamaddin Hassan urged all parties in the South China Sea dispute to exercise restraint or face potential dangerous consequences. This had the potential to escalate into one of the deadliest conflicts of our time, if not history, he said. Inflamed rhetoric does not do any nation any good,